When I mention altitude sickness, most people think that this is a condition that impacts the climbers in the high peaks of Nepal. Well, it's true, but it also impacts many visitors to Rocky Mountain National Park and has ruined far too many vacations. Now, many of you know that Denver, Colorado is known as the Mile High City, and that's because it sits at the high elevation of 5,200 feet above sea level. Well, Rocky Mountain National Park is several thousand feet higher. The main entrance station to Rocky is located at 8,200 feet above sea level, and the park only climbs from there. You can drive straight up Trail Ridge Road and soon be at 12,000 feet. Or you can climb Long's Peak and reach a towering 14,259 feet. Now, people who visit Rocky almost always come from much lower elevations. As a result, most people find the higher elevation to be something of a shock to their system. Now, at higher elevations, there is less air pressure, which results in the oxygen molecules being more dispersed. As a result, your body will struggle to take in enough oxygen. This often results in a number of uncomfortable health conditions. So in this video, I'll fill you in on how you can avoid the worst impacts of altitude sickness so that you can have a healthy and fun vacation in the Rocky Mountains. Now, when you arrive, you will probably experience some breathlessness with even a simple stroll down the sidewalk or when climbing up a flight of stairs, even if you're very fit. Now, when my son was just 9 or 10 years old, he loved it when we had friends visit, particularly those who considered themselves to be athletic. He would ask them to race him up the mountain trails. While he ran effortlessly up the trails, they struggled to take in enough air. He could always beat them, no matter how fit they were. However, after a few days, this game was no longer any fun as their bodies adjusted to the higher elevation and he could no longer keep up with them. So generally, if you give your body time, it will adjust to the higher elevation, usually within just a few days. But because it takes a little while to acclimate, plan on spending those first couple of days in the lower parts of the national park and try to limit your exertion. I also recommend that you wait a little bit before driving up to the top of Trail Ridge Road, especially if you have other health issues. Now, I know it can be hard to start your vacation slowly, but the old adage of slow down to move faster is relevant here. By taking it easy the first couple of days, it will definitely improve your vacation and prepare you for fully enjoying the higher parts of the park. Now, if you do not give your body time to adjust and instead push yourself and quickly travel to higher elevations, there can be serious consequences. I regularly encounter people up in the mountains who have not taken the time to adjust. Some of them get pounding headaches, nausea, shortness of breath, and other issues, which they try and ignore and push through as they continue to hike. Now, these symptoms are the start of acute mountain sickness, which can ruin a trip. If ignored, it can in some cases progress to other serious health issues, including high-altitude cerebral edema, HACE, which affects both the brain and lungs. HACE is very serious and results from acute lack of oxygen. But fortunately, these altitude issues can be easily avoided. So here are 5 things you should know to help your body adjust to the higher elevation. Number 1, if you have health issues that affect your heart or lungs, such as high blood pressure, COPD, or other health issues that could be exacerbated by high elevation, please, please, please consult your doctor before you come. They may be able to help you with both strategies and also medications that will help you to have a safe and healthy trip in the mountains. Secondly, as I've already said, acclimatize gradually. Don't plan on hitting any big trail during the first day or two. Instead, spend a couple of days at 5,000 to 8,000 feet before continuing higher. If you experience headaches, nausea, fatigue, then you're already higher than your body is ready for. Descend 1,000 feet and you should find that your condition improves. Some people find it helpful to spend the first couple of nights in the Denver area before coming up to the park, while others might just need to spend the first couple of nights in Estes Park or Grand Lake before they hit the higher trails or begin backcountry camping. Now, if for some reason your schedule doesn't allow time for you to take a couple of days to acclimate before you hit the higher trails, then talk to your doctor as they may be able to prescribe some medicines that will help your body acclimatize more quickly. Number 3, be sure to hydrate. Dehydration is a common problem that exacerbates your body's ability to adjust. You can help the adjustment process by ensuring that you're properly hydrated before you even leave home, and then continuing to stay hydrated when you arrive. Now, at higher elevation, you're going to find that you need to drink more than at home. Notice how most Colorado residents are carrying water bottles with them wherever they go. Just don't overdo it with the water. Simply be aware of when you need to drink and then drink. Also, consider adding an occasional low or no sugar sports drink into your diet, as many of them have the proper amount of salt and electrolytes to help your body maintain balance. Number 4, be aware that alcohol is going to hinder your body's ability to adjust. So doctors recommend that you avoid alcohol for the first 48 hours after arriving at elevation. Also, I'm sorry to say this, but cutting back on your caffeine intake can also help you adjust. And 5th, avoid overexertion during those first 48 hours. Often people who are active runners or other people with dedicated fitness routines will come here and immediately get into their normal routine when they arrive. But this will actually slow down your body's ability to make the necessary adjustments. So as difficult as it may be, try to simply rest and take it easy for the first 2 days, and then go ahead and resume your daily routine after that. I find it interesting that the high altitude seems to affect people differently each time they come. It may not affect you much at all on one visit, but then may hit you very hard on the next. So listen to your body and let it adjust at its own pace. Now, if you experience any of the symptoms of altitude sickness, such as headache, tiredness, lack of appetite, nausea, and vomiting, do not head to higher elevations until your body has adjusted, because it won't get any better the higher you go. In fact, it'll get worse. In fact, the best way to deal with it is not drugs for pain relief, but simply dropping down to a lower elevation. Head back down to Estes Park or drive down to Boulder and spend the day shopping. You'll feel a lot better, and your body will continue its adjustment even while you're there. Now, one last thing I want to mention about the higher elevation is that there's a lot less atmosphere between you and the sun. As a result, you're going to find that you get sunburned a lot more quickly up in the mountains than you do down at the beach. So be sure to lather yourself with sunscreen and use sun-protecting lip balm. And that's true both in the hot summer and in the winter. Now, for those of us with thin hair, I recommend bringing a hat to keep on your head. Additionally, you'll want to be sure and wear sunglasses with full UV protection to protect your eyes from the burning sun. A lot of the cheaper glasses do not have full UV protection, so check them before you come. If you come prepared for the higher elevation and take some of these simple precautions, it will help ensure that you have an amazing trip to Rocky Mountain National Park. Now, if you've had issues with altitude sickness in the past while visiting Rocky, please share it in the comments below. I'm sure others would love to hear from you. And while you're here acclimating, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. There you'll find not only beautiful prints for the home and office, but my award-winning hiking guides, coffee table books, calendars, and more. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this content helpful, please consider pushing that like button and subscribing. Thanks so much. I hope you have a marvelous trip to Rocky Mountain National Park. To help you prepare for your visit to Rocky Mountain National Park, visit my website, rockymountainnationalpark.com. For hiking guides, calendars, coffee table books, and more, visit rockytrailpress.com. And when you arrive, be sure and stop by my gallery in downtown Estes Park. It's called Images of RMNP.